Good question. Okay, now that we started recording, we will be taking questions throughout this presentation. What we're asking is that if you don't mind, just typing it in the chat box. We're going to do our best to get to as many questions as possible. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get to all of them. The questions we don't get to, please don't hesitate. Just keep writing them in. What we're going to do is after this meeting later tonight and first thing in the morning before school starts, we're going to compile all these questions and do what's called an FAQ, or frequently asked questions. And we'll have that also posted on our website so that you can go on there and see questions that you may not have thought of, or the one you actually asked might be on there. So again, don't hesitate to ask the questions in the chat box. We will do our best to answer as many as we can. We won't be able to answer all of them, but we will have an FAQ posted on our website tomorrow. So thank you, Ms. Patton. Thank you, Ms. Simmons. Mr. Iben, the principal of Carwsie Middle School, if you don't mind.
Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. If I could ask everybody to do me one favor, please mute your microphones. Keep them muted during the presentation. Again, if you have questions, type them in the chat box out there. That way there won't be feedback, and we can hear whoever is presenting. That's exactly why we want to mute our microphones. All right. Hopefully that will stick this time. Good evening and welcome to our 5th grade Expo Night. My name is Chad Iben. I'm the proud principal here at Carwsie Middle School. I am a Pinellas County native and also a graduate of Pinellas County Schools. Go Cougars. We are all excited to share all the amazing things that we have to offer here at Carwsie Middle. Interesting. All right. Slight interruption. Parents, first of all, trust me, middle school is a harder transition for the parents than it is for the students. However, we will all make this through together. Trust me, we'll be fine. First off, let's start with a little bit of a history lesson. So let's find out who exactly is our school named after. So Dr. Joseph L. Carwsie was a 36-year Pinellas County Schools educator before retiring. He began his teaching career as a mathematics teacher at Pinellas High School in Clearwater before working in the district's research department. He was also assigned the task of overseeing the pupil assignment office and was responsible for enforcing the federal court order of desegregation. Dr. Carwsie was the first Black member of the City of Clearwater Commission, where he served from 1971 to 1976, and Pinellas County Schools named Carwsie Middle in his honor in 1991. A little bit about our school. Carwsie is a big school with a small school feel and a staff that truly cares. We've been an A school since 2001 and a 5-star school since 1993. And those of you that don't know what a 5-star school is, it takes some work to get there, which means that we have 5 categories that we have to meet, which are business partners, family involvement, volunteerism, student community service, and school advisory councils. Carwsie has an amazing and award-winning academic programs. If you've ever been here to the school out front, there are all of our banners of all the awards that we've won. Additionally, they are inside our cafeteria. We have fantastic sports teams. We've won multiple district championships. We have award-winning visual and performing arts programs, and they're actually outside rehearsing right now. Thank goodness you can't hear them. They finally quieted down. And we truly have something for everyone. To end my part, I want to stress a few upcoming things that will make the transition to middle school much easier. First off, we will offer Summer Bridge here on campus this summer. It is a great enrichment program, and it's a great way for kids to get on campus before all 1,200 kids are here, and so they can get acclimated with the school. And it's a great way to try and make up some of that COVID slide or some of that learning loss that we've had with all of our distance learning. Second is we will be offering Shark Camp. Shark Camp is a small environment for the 5th graders to come in, really tour the building, get to meet some friends, learn how to navigate the school, learn where the cafeteria is. So again, just another great opportunity. If you can't commit to the 4 full weeks of Summer Bridge, at least you can commit to a 1-day program of Shark Camp. And last, we do have Open House. Open House always starts before the start of school. So it would be an evening program before we start. That way students and parents can come out, they can pick up their schedule, they can learn where their classrooms are, and they can meet all of the teachers. So it's a great way to put everybody at ease and kind of learn the lay of the land. But with that said, thank you all again for joining us tonight. We look forward to partnering together with all of you for the adventure known as middle school. Thank you so much and take care.
Thank you, Mr. Ivan. So at this point in time, I am going to try this again. I'm going to share the screen. Good thing it doesn't have any audio. I will be presenting a PowerPoint presentation. Throughout this PowerPoint, you're going to hear from myself. And let me introduce myself. My name is Evangelos Valsamis, or Mr. V, or Mr. Valsamis, as the students will quickly learn. I was originally born and raised outside of Boston, Massachusetts. I was a math teacher for many years before deciding with my wife and our one daughter at the time to move to Florida to be closer to her parents. Now we have three daughters, an 8th grader, a 6th grader, and a 3rd grader. They're all in the public school system, so they're right here. I became a math teacher, moved down here, was a math teacher at Morgan Fitzgerald for many years. I then became an assistant principal at Largo Middle School, where I spent the majority of my time. I then was asked to assist at Tyrone Middle School for 1 year before finally landing here at Carwsie, where I have been for the last 2.5 years, and it is awesome. Obviously, COVID has put this school into a transition period that none of us could have anticipated or even expected. It has affected us in many ways outside of our sports. We, like Mr. Ivan said, we have a phenomenal sporting program, from our basketball teams who have won championships to our volleyball teams. When that season came and they just canceled everything, our students wait for that year, like their 8th grade year, some 7th graders, to be a part of these teams. And it just didn't happen this year. So we are fortunate enough, and the district has now given us the green light to run our track program. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. So hopefully this all works. Let me get this PowerPoint going before I start again. On your screen somewhere is Miss Dawn Simmons. She is the 6th grade guidance counselor. Miss Simmons, do you want to say something to get your picture up, please?
Hi. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Simmons. First of all, I love Carwsie and I love 6th grade. We have a good team, great teachers. I was actually at Carwsie about 7 years ago for a few years. Then I left and I went to Dunedin High School for a few years. And then I came back to Carwsie. So I feel like I'm back home again. This is my 2nd year back. I'm married. I have 3 adult children. They all went through Pinellas County schools. And I'm trying to think what else. I guess that's really it.
Excellent. No, thank you, Miss Simmons. We'll hear more from her throughout the presentation.
Yeah.
And somewhere else on our screen, I know I can see her, is Miss Patton. She is our 8th grade assistant principal who oversees curriculum. So she's also known as our APC, or assistant principal over curriculum. Can you introduce yourself, Miss Patton, please? No, you're muted. Got it. Got her.
I unmuted myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Patton. I'm the 8th grade assistant principal. I oversee curriculum. I'll be talking briefly this evening about the registration process for your students. I have been in the Clearwater area since a long time. I am a graduate of Clearwater High School. That would be the original CHS, Mr. Ivan. And I also have 2 children, both who have gone through Pinellas County schools. I have been with Carwsie. This is my 8th, going into my 9th year as an administrator. I love the school. I will tell you that your children will not be happier or safer at any other school than they will be at Carwsie. And we take a lot of pride in our academics, and we take a lot of pride in our extracurriculars. And I know that your kids will have a wonderful adventure here at Carwsie. So I'm looking forward to talking to you in a little bit. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, now let's get started. Let me, hopefully, unless I find Zane, I got to figure out, all right, I got to share this. Click on that just in case.
So you would like my help?
You're the best, Zane. I think I have this on your screen. You should be seeing a PowerPoint as soon as I'm able to. Is it all there, visible?
Yes, sir.
If you do a
Yes,
thumbs up, I
Mr.
can't see it, but thank you, Ms. Patton. Thank you,
Yes.
Ms. Simmons. So again, our website, many different ways you can get to it. A simple Google search of Carwsie Middle School will get you there. That is the official website. We're located on Bentley Drive. Most of you will become very familiar with this address. As we begin, Mr. Iben has touched upon this, and this does make us special. To be in a school this many years in a row is a huge accomplishment. I have been part of schools that have managed to get to the A and then unable to hold it consecutively. So again, this 19 years in a row is a feat upon itself. So again, it's not just our phenomenal teaching staff. It's not just the admin, the guidance. It's you as parents. It's students knowing that they can give us their best and we get it. So thank you. Again, Mr. Iben did mention that 5-star rating. It's something that takes a lot to get. It is nothing that hey, you check one box and you get it. He did mention that for those of you that are interested in volunteering when we eventually become normal again. Miss Gleason is our coordinator at this moment, and you should be able to find her on our website. At any point in time, you can send her an email, Emily Gleason, and she'll be more than happy to start communications with you for the next year. So that being said, so I do have paper copies because I wrote a lot of notes on here, and you'll see me kind of moving papers around, or you'll hear me. Thank you. Some of our academic programs, we offer advanced classes in all math, science, social studies, and language arts. All of our core classes. We excel at these programs. We also are fortunate and very lucky to be able to offer high school credits. This is a phenomenal program where your 8th grader, before they graduate or get promoted to the high school, will have earned themselves high school credits and under a middle school environment, which you will see is a lot different than when they get to the high school. When you get into that high school, you more or less become a number, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. Middle school, we still consider you part of our family, and you'll see that. We communicate with you very clearly. We show you everything. There's nothing hidden here at our school. So, and in all those subjects, there's high school credit. So please start from 6th grade in order to get there to be able to earn those. We also offer intensive classes in our reading and math. Again, there was a question asked earlier, I think, if I'm not mistaken, with just AVID. There was gifted classes. We do have AVID. We have our self-contained ESE classroom, and please do not read that as a self-contained. They have a rotation type of environment where they will move from class to class within their block. So it is a phenomenal program that we're really proud of. One of our teachers was recently featured in the ESE newsletter for the month. So we are very proud of that program itself. Some of our electives, and I'm going to take a break here, and I think Ms. Patton wants to add a few things, and I'm going to actually step away from the PowerPoint, but before we do, here are some of the electives that 6th graders got to choose from. Hopefully, and if you could see me, you see my fingers across on both hands. Most of you that are on with us right now had that opportunity at your school to sign up. And you should have been able to bring a paper home, so mom and dad or parent or guardian is able to or was able to help you decide. Again, I'm going to take a break from this. Let me see how I get back to, let me hit that button. There you go. And then we'll go back here, and then we'll go here, And we'll go here. Miss Patton, I think you could have the floor now.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to take up a little bit of your time. Those of you that are in a traditional setting, your counselors and your teachers should have handed you a yellow piece of paper. All right. It's a two-sided sheet of paper. On the front is the registration form. On the back, it does have a breakdown of what the electives are. For the parents that have that are in a virtual setting, I believe that they have offered that to you as an attachment. We also have it as an attachment on our school website, and we are also providing a video on our school website on how to fill this out. What we need the students to do, moms and dads, is we need them to fill out the top portion. Please make sure that when this is done for us, that your child prints, and you print if you're doing it with them, so that we can see clearly. It asks for the basic information like your student's name, your name, a parent phone number, an email contact, things of that nature. The top portion of the form is the child's academics. Those academics, and there was a question that came up earlier in the chat about how those academics are placed. Those academics are placed through FSA data, which we will be getting new data this summer through testing. And we are also looking at the MAP testing that your children did to identify what courses that they will be taking when they come in. I know that you don't like to think about it right now because they're just transitioning into from elementary into middle school, but it's really important that we start looking at what their path is when they come into 6th grade and where they're going to be going and what they're going to be doing for high school, because a lot of these courses, like for example in social studies, once they get into a track, they're going to be in that track for 3 years. And you want to be looking at where they want to go in high school to make sure that your child is getting the right prerequisites for when they apply for special programs in high school. And we'll talk about that more when they come to us in the fall. So as I said, the top portion will be your academics, and you can look those over, but those are going to kind of be predetermined by the scores that the kids have, and also by what the teacher has also recommended. If your child has taken any advanced classes, like some kids tested already or have taken advanced math, that is provided to us from the district. And once those classes are passed and completed, we move the child into, say, from a 6th grade accelerated into a 7th grade accelerated. So they will be on the track. For example, if they take the 7th grade accelerated math as a 6th grader, then they will take algebra as a 7th grader, and they will take geometry as an 8th grader. So we get all that information. We get all that information from the district. So don't be scared, parents, that, oh, my child took 6th grade math already, or they're taking it now and they're going to finish it this summer. All that information is provided to us. Your children usually take 4 academic classes. If they score below grade level, they will also have a 5th academic class, which is reading, and that's all indicated in the top portion. The bottom portion is the portion that the kids are more interested in, and that is the portion that talks about what electives they will have. We're asking that the children pick in this section their 5 choices. So they will number the lines 1 through 5, 1 being the elective they want most, 5 being the elective they want least. We have mostly full year electives. We have 1 semester wheel elective, which is visual arts paired with basic theater. So we have AVID, gifted, band, orchestra, and chorus as year-long electives. We have visual arts, basic theater, which is a semester wheel. They'd have visual arts 1 semester. They would have basic theater the other semester. All students are required to take PE coming in, and their PE needs to be paired with one of these electives on the side. So I'm asking that your child put a 1 and a 2. 1 if their first choice is to pair PE with tech, or 2 if they want to pair, or 1 if they want to pair their PE with FACS. FACS is an introduction to home ec. They will get a little bit of an overview. Tech is an overview into our computer classes that they will be able to take more of in 7th and 8th grade. The last thing on the front of the page is developmental language, which is also an intensive reading class, and also a reading class for any of our students that are going into ESOL. Again, those reading classes are identified by testing scores, so you really don't need to concern yourself with that as much as you need to concern yourselves with the other electives. They need to pick which elective they want to pair with their PE, which is in the box that says physical education required on the left side, and then they have to number this side 1 through 5. So in a best case scenario, your child will have 4 core academics and 3 electives, one of those electives being paired with a PE elective. They will have 7 different teachers, 7 different classes. Home economics, all the descriptions for your electives are listed on the back. The elective for exploring technology and career planning, it does say basic skills in wood project construction. That is a description that comes off of the state website. We do not have wood shop. Ours is a complete focus on technology, computer technology. So I did want to make that clear for everyone. But all your academics are here. If you have already put in an application for AVID, those have already been sent to us. If you are still interested in the AVID program, there will be a presentation on AVID, and they will be talking to you more about that, and you can still apply for the AVID program. Even if it's something you chose and you haven't put an application in, you can put a number by AVID. We can certainly get you the information that you're going to need. Again, if you have taken an online 6th grade course, advanced course, those will all be given to us. PE waiver is still an option for anyone that's interested in taking a PE waiver. They would take one of the year-long electives in its place. I think I'm pretty much done, Mr. Valsamis, unless there's specific questions I can go through and look at what we have in the box for when we have an open.
So let's take a brief moment. Ms. Simmons, were you able to read some questions and that you want to relate to us? I know I read one. What are we doing about chorus during?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with that one. It's awesome. Chorus was always my fondest memories, both in middle school and high school. I was in all the choruses, all the years I could be. They will they're outside, so she will gather them out in the courtyard. They all sit 6 feet apart, and they practice, and it sounds wonderful outside because they are under the awnings of the school. We have an open campus, so in the hallways you're inside, air conditioned, roof, built-in sidewalls, but to go from one hallway to the next, you do walk outside. It's all covered, but there is open air. It's open as the middle. There's no roof. It's a beautiful, beautiful campus. So chorus is a lot. I love it because I'll kind of slide in. I'll start singing with them. Any other questions that you see that we kind of answer right now, Ms. Simmons? I see you guys have been answering a lot of them on your own.
Mr. Rosales, I want to answer a couple of questions.
That's what I'm saying. Let's.
One of the things, the PE waiver window has not opened yet. When the PE waiver window opens, you don't want to put it in too early because it won't count, and then we have to go back and hassle you about it. So it's better for us to ask you to wait till the PE waiver is open. So that will be available, and then you will, as I said, you will get one of the other PE classes. You don't need to know about which math or language arts classes you are going to pick. That's going to be pretty much determined by testing data.
Can we ask that everybody mutes their thank you so we can get clear answers? Thank you. Thank you.
The other thing I wanted so there's 4 classes. Yes, 4 classes: math, social studies, science, language arts, and then 3 electives. That is correct. Unless your child scores below grade level on testing, and then they will be put into a reading class as well, and they'll have 2 electives, one of those being PE, unless you do get the waiver, and then you will have one of the other electives that are offered. One of the parents asked if I can number my electives 1, 2, 3 instead of 1 through 5. That's perfectly okay. I like to give you more choices so I know how they're ranked in case one becomes full. I know where to put you in the next one. It says, will you adjust our choices for history and science choices? Our child should have been advanced courses. Yes. What we're looking at right now, if you are, but I don't think you can, if you were to see your student's schedule, we are using lag data, but we are using accurate map testing, which the students did this year, to put them into the classes. But when their scores come out after FSA, I go back in over the summer and I readjust the classes on where they're supposed to be. So it's an ongoing, no, there is no swimming class. So there is an ongoing process through the summer for me to make sure the kids are in the correct classes based on their levels. If there was a question regarding, my friend didn't take 6th grade accelerated class, but they're going to be in 7th grade math. There was a period of time where the district offered testing and some of the kids tested out of the 6th grade math already. And we have gotten those names. Those kids will be going into 7th grade accelerated. The only way to bypass 6th grade accelerated now and to get into 7th grade accelerated would be to take the 6th grade accelerated math class over the summer. And so that is something you're going to want to reach out to your elementary counselors to make sure how you sign up to do that. We will still unsure about AVID. We were told if a student, okay, that one went too fast. Something about AVID. FACS is Family and Consumer Science. It's what it's called. And it is the home ec class. They not only do sewing in there, they do interior design, they do cooking. We have a great teacher. And if the kids want to continue to work on that, by the time they get to 8th grade, they can work on different certifications, which is an amazing thing too. If your child is in an advanced class and they're not able to keep up or cope, what we would do is we would have a meeting. We would always schedule a meeting with the parent and the teachers first. And then we look at seeing what we can do to adjust those courses to make everybody, take the anxiety away and do what we need to do to help them out.
All right, Miss Patton, just take a deep breath at this point in time because there's going to be a lot more questions as they keep coming through. I see
there's one important question. If your child is
ahead.
applying to a magnet program and they are on a wait list, I do ask that you put in your request for our school. Obviously, if you get into the magnet program and you choose to do that instead, you just go and fill out their registration. But I would always err on the side of caution and put in so they get what they want to get. And so, yeah, that's what I would do.
I agree. Okay, so again, thank you, parents. I do see Ms. Simmons, Mr. Iben have been responding as you type, and we are repeating a lot of the answers only because if I didn't read your question and answer, then I've missed it. So if you hear a question, we're going to say the answer. It may have already been written in the text. We're just going to repeat it.
Can we go to a dress code, Mr. Balsamas?
Sure. Let me go on and we'll talk about that on things to know. So we'll get to that slide.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, all right, Zane, let me see if I can do this right. And I keep referencing him. Let's do that. So we have volume. Hopefully it works. Give me 1 second. Computer's going slower than normal. All right. We are here. Industry certifications. So again, our industry certification is pretty good. It's really good. We have a phenomenal lineup, and you can read them. There is a presentation of our electives that you'll be able to watch a little bit after this presentation. And Mr. Hedrick goes through each one of these. He's really proud of what he's done with it. So, and we are as a school. So, this is something a child here at Carwsie can earn before they get promoted to the high school. So keep that in mind. They will be certified in as many as they can. So, some of our clubs and extracurricular, again, these change year to year, but our staff is always willing to start anything. I see it here, board game club. There's the origami club. I know there's some new clubs that just started this year. There's some that had to take a break, like the Japanese club. I know, and it wasn't while I was here, but I heard that they would take a trip, and that was one of the advantages of being part of that club. Again, our boys and girls sports team, and I know I saw a question, is there a boys track team? Yes, and there's a girls track team. So every one of the activities, or at least the athletics, has both a boys and a girls team. So we're fortunate to be able to put both on the field. And I know in at least last year we had it going before everything went, was we had a cheerleading. And so that was a pretty active part of our athletics. So again, if there is a club that your child and a friend are like, hey, you know what, we don't see it here, we're interested, all you have to do is mention it to us, and we'll take it to and put it out there. And it's never been, a teacher almost always says, hey, I'll run with that. So please, please, please do not hesitate if you have some other ideas outside of what we do offer. Things to know, and here's where we'll talk a little bit more about the ins and outs of our school. So we've been really, really fortunate to have grade level houses, meaning in the hallway that your child will be in, 90% of the classrooms are dedicated to sixth graders. This year, because of the need for more space, and we have separated a lot of the classrooms, we did have a couple of seventh grade classrooms end up in what technically is called a sixth grade wing. It's really great because our offices are in this wing, this hallway. Both the guidance, the sixth grade clerk, and myself. We're really close to all the classes. We're always in the hallway during those passing times. And we even make frequent visits to classrooms just to say hi. This year is different again. We have added a fourth lunch, given plenty of space between students. We have done as much as we possibly can in the safety and with what we have available. 4 lunches was very difficult. It required all of the APs and principals, the principal, Mr. Iben, to step in and push around a trash barrel. We have also been subbing in classrooms where teachers have been out. We are a part of this school. A student's average day, they'll see 7 classes a day. Ms. Simmons, do you want to just kind of talk about like what it means to be organized or stay organized?
Yeah, so we don't have lockers, and I don't think we're going to have lockers next year either. But it's been working out. So they carry everything in their backpacks. They all get a computer. They probably have them already. I'm not sure how that's going to work, if they're going to get a new one or they keep theirs. But obviously they'll have a computer. So it's basically the computer. Everything is going virtual. I can see it. Even myself, I'm using less and less paper. So they're not lugging around, 7 different big books and then the binders. It's not too bad. So again, there's no lockers, but it's been working out okay. The passing of the classes is 3 minutes in between each class, and everyone's kind of like 3 minutes, but believe it or not, it's enough time. The 6th grade hallway, we kind of have them all in one building. It's a great hallway. I wish we were there tonight, because 6th grade usually at night they open up their classrooms for school night, and it's just kind of sad, but you'll be there soon enough.
And we are, Ms. Simmons, just to correct you, we are going to be adding a minute into that passing time. So
okay, so it's going back to 4, so it's even more.
That's the plan right now. So I hope that we can actually maintain that.
Yeah. Another thing I want to touch on too, we give all of our 6th graders planners, and I can't stress enough to get them in the habit of using the planner. It's amazing, and we invest a lot of money in those planners, and it's only because they really work. If they didn't work, we wouldn't be getting them, and we only do it for 6th grade. So they'll be coming home with a planner, and use it. I have them paper clip it in different colors. Some of them are visual. They'll use green for math and purple, ink for another. It's just very visual, and it's good, and it's a good habit. All the teachers, again, we have Canvas. I'm sure you're familiar with it from elementary school. We're all kind of on the same platform, how to enter the assignments, so that's good. They will be getting 7 different teachers, so that's the biggest That's the biggest change for them is the 7 different teachers, you know, the moving from class to class. Our kids do great. They're a little nervous in the beginning, but by that second week, they're doing great. All of our teachers are outside in the hallways during passing, so they're keeping an eye on things, making sure they're not lost, you know, stuff like that. But I do suggest coming to either Summer Bridge, like Mr. Iben mentioned, or coming to the Shark Camp. The more we get them on campus, the easier the transition is. Again, we'll talk about dress code, or Mr. Balsamas will, and use their planners. We're very accessible. We're housed within 6th grade. They know who we are. I do all the lunches, well, not all the lunches, I do a lunch. But it's mostly my 6th graders in that lunch, so I get to see them informally. It's a great school.
Thank you, Ms. Simmons. And again, not to harp on the negatives, our positives, it outweighs themselves. We have a reward system that we are now fortunate enough called Shark Bites. Every Friday, when the cafeteria was able to make these homemade cookies, all you do is turn in a Shark Bite. We raffled it off. We chose like 20 winners a lunch period. We then decided to reach out to our PTA, and they have responded phenomenally. We now are offering as a huge incentive to earn what's called a Shark Bite. And to earn a Shark Bite, it's like $1, but a school dollar. And you earn this just by going a little bit above and beyond what you're normally used to. And we've made these announcements in the cafeteria. I remind students that if you're doing your work and you're coming to class and you're going to class on time, that's great. That's the expectation. Are you holding doors open for students? Are you going above and beyond trying to answer questions when the teacher's asking? Are you helping keep that area that you're around tidy, your cafeteria table? Are you just leaving a napkin fall and you're just walking away? We're asking that students step up to what we call the Carwsie level, and they can earn these Shark Bites that are paper dollars. They enter them into a raffle, and we are able to offer at this time a TV, a Nintendo Switch, and AirPods. So they're dropping these into this raffle, and we're really excited about the amount of students that are going to rise to that level of, can I go above and beyond just being an average student? And again, the average student, not in grades, it's in the behavior. It's are you treating everybody equally and respectfully? And that's important. Like Ms. Simmons says, because we are in this hallway, we're on top of everything. It's rare that anything happens in our grade level that we're not made aware of within minutes. Whether a teacher will email us immediately or we just happen to be in the vicinity. Again, there's that last little bullet, and I don't know if Ms. Simmons did touch upon it, but it happens every year and in every school I've ever been in. It's something called the class size schedule changes. You're going to have a perfect schedule in your mind. Before our first day of school, you're going to have this open house with us. You're going to walk through your schedule, just us 6th graders, and you're going to be introduced to the school without anybody else around. So they'll be able to walk from class to class like a normal 7-period day, abbreviated, and really get like a little bit familiar. Your child's going to come home. You're going to go home. You're going to say, I love it. And then within 10 days of the first day of school, things are going to change. And it's really out of our control. The district looks at how many students actually enrolled in Carwsie that didn't actually go to any magnet schools or private schools. The district then will notify us that, hey, you didn't get the numbers you thought you had, so we're actually going to cut a unit, meaning we're going to have to lose a social studies class. In that case, that might have been your child's social studies class. All of a sudden, Ms. Simmons, myself, Ms. Patton are scrambling to rebuild schedules. This is always, we hear a lot of parents not happy, and we do our best to make sure that we accommodate as many parents as we can. But when something like this happens, it's really difficult. We love to give you what you want, but at the same time, if it doesn't exist, we just can't. So it's something to keep in mind. That is the only downside. Other than that, all of our teachers are phenomenal teachers. We have the luxury of being able to select the best because they all want to come to Carwise. So during our interview process, when we are looking for teachers, we're really fortunate. We're not scraping the bottom of any barrel. It is always the cream of the crop that comes here, and we're able to select that. So keep that in mind. The teacher you may not be fond of at the beginning, it turns out that your son or daughter is going to be like the happiest. So last thing, classroom information. I think Ms. Patton touched upon more or less all of this and
I
how
do
they were
want to interrupt for 1 minute, Mr. Valsamis.
Sure.
I had a couple of questions concerning the difference between advanced science and accelerated science. And again, this is a place where we look at the information on where your child will be going in the future. Advanced science is, for most of our students, the accelerated science honors is really a little bit more, it touches on a little bit different curriculum, and what it does is it sets up your students so that when they get to 8th grade, they will be in the physical science honors advanced class, which will allow them a high school credit. When they get to 8th grade, they're offered an array of classes to give them high school credit. They can get high school credit in English. They can get high school credit in 2 mathematics classes. They can get a high school credit in social studies and in science, as well as world languages. So that's why it's important for you to start looking at, you know, how well you guys do on your testing. I know sometimes we go, oh no, not another test. But it really helps us in where we're going to be going. And I know, like I said, we're not thinking about high school right now, but it is the path that you're going to be on. So it's really important for you to get a good night's rest and get a good breakfast and do your best when you go in those things.
Thank you, Ms. Patton. Ms. Simmons, we'll take a brief. Do you want to answer any questions? You're muted. Oh, no, you're not. You're good.
No, so I just want you to go over dress code. We're getting some questions about it, so if you could, it's sometimes easier to explain.
Okay, and again, we follow Pinellas County's dress code. It's clearly stated. It's clearly stated in the handbook that each child will be receiving. What we're fortunate enough to have is we have something known as a shop closet, where we have been donated a lot of clothes. When I was first introduced to this, I was shocked by the amount of brand new clothes that are available. Meaning, if your child should come on campus and the young man or young daughter are just wearing some shorts that just a little bit too short. And again, this goes with the fingertip rules. If a parent is like, hey, I'm at work and I can't bring them clothes, and we understand that, we send them into this closet, and it's a room. It is not a closet, it is a room, and they can pick from a variety of different clothes, excuse me. And it's, we usually take the clothes at the end of the day, they change back, all of those get washed, everything gets treated as if they were our own. Again, I saw a lot of comments. Yes, COVID has definitely put a different spin on what we were used to. But we're bringing it back. We're hoping to, with all the regulations that we've been following and the safety protocols, you know, there's an optimistic outlook with the vaccine that when you as students arrive on our campus in August, we'll be closer to what normal used to be like, and that's the optimist in me. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Ms. Simmons and I have been talking about this a lot.
Yeah, we're excited. All right, so should we start wrapping it up and sending them?
So I do have a presentation, like it is. So here's what we have planned, and it's already kind of like kicked me, and I just got another error message, and I hope it's not my computer. And
okay, but it'll be up tomorrow, no matter what, with Ms. Putnam.
yes. So at this time, parents and students, I will go back to sharing the screen. First, I want to show the school campus, kind of like the outside, so everybody can kind of see, and you can kind of see our cars, Mr. Ibens, myself, Miss Patton's. You got to guess which one's which, but so I got Google Maps up. I do have a presentation that's been put together. We asked our elective teachers to kind of share what their class may entail. Some gave us video presentations of 3 to 4 minutes long. Some gave us a PowerPoint that they had put together that they've used in the past. I have it all on a compilation. It's got photos, it's got music playing. It's pretty cool. Miss Putnam, our media specialist, worked really diligently to make this a really cool looking presentation. If
Our old smart kids will remember Miss Putnam.
Oh, you go, Miss Putnam. She's here. She's ours. She's staying with us. I will play it if, for whatever reason, the audio kicks. It's going to be pointless because you're just going to see a bunch of mouths moving and no sound, music playing, but you won't hear it. On our website, and I'll show you how to get to it as soon as I stop. I'm going to share so I can show you right now. On our website, I'm going to share the computer sound. You will be able to, here we go, Carwsie Middle School website. Google it. There's many different ways to it. Carwsie Middle School. You're going to scroll down. On the left-hand side, here's our upcoming events. A little bit further down, it's called Site Shortcuts. Don't worry about that unless you have some time and want to read up on lunch menus and COVID cases. It's up to you. A little bit further down, it's called Spotlight. It's right here. It's called Expo Night Electives. And once you click on that, I'm going to let you know that it'll download. It'll like appear in the bottom left-hand corner of your computer. You will open this up. Don't forget, see, I wrote little notes to myself. Here are some of the electives that like showed and shared with us. So, and please, 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 it says press control and click the links to watch the videos. So, for example, I kept trying, I kept telling her, it doesn't work. I keep clicking. She goes, did you read press control? No. So hold the control button, then click. What it will do is it'll link you onto a video, and it's a brief presentation that was put together. I'm going to show you a brief 2-second of it. And this is Miss White, our producer team.
Hi, my name is Mrs. White.
So that is what you should be seeing. Let me get us Google Maps. For those of you that were interested, this is Carwsie Middle School. We do have a sheriff. Pinellas County Sheriff is our school resource officer. I and every administrator on this campus make sure students know that this gentleman or female is there to assist us, and they're not there to scare students. They're not there to let them know like, oh, you can get in trouble. That's not their job. This is our campus. This is the bus ramp, it's called. This is where all 22 of our buses line up during the morning and nighttime. Parents, please do not use this as a drop-off unless it is either after our buses or much later after our buses. Again, parent drop-off is in the back, but you'll learn all of that. And we're really proud of our school and its cleanliness. Our plant operators work diligently to make sure that this campus is immaculate. I mean, the grounds look great. Really hard to find any trash. So with that, let me find the little trailer that I have. Please, Simmons, and only Miss Simmons. If volume goes out, just let me know. Parents, I just want to say thank you. Let me go back here real quick so you can see me. Thank you for your time. We're really excited about having you on our campus. Again, question all you want here, and we will take all those questions and put them into what's called frequently asked on our website. As you saw, we'll have it on the side. It'll be next to the electives one. It'll probably be underneath the spotlight so that if you remember, this whole thing has been recorded, so that will also appear there. I want to say thank you to Mr. Ivan for giving me the opportunity to host this event. I want to say thank you to Ms. Patton for her knowledge on the curriculum. And especially I want to say thank you to Miss Simmons. Together, we have become a really, really great team that I'm proud of. So I look forward to seeing all of you. I used to high five every student that came on campus. I was told I can't do that. I now have started elbowing, and not in a really hard way, just kind of like high five elbows. I can't wait to go back to high fiving all of you. I do say good morning to almost every
Mr.
student.
Balsamas?
Uh-oh.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry,
Mrs.
we did have, just to clarify for dress code, we follow Pinellas County dress code. Shorts and skirts and holes in jeans have to be below the child's fingertips. We don't allow any spandex or lycra or yoga pants of any kind. If they are wearing something like that, they do have to wear it below, they have to wear a top that is below their fingertips. We don't have any special mandates on any types of shoes that are worn. They can wear slides. I do suggest if they're wearing slides or sandals that they bring a change of shoes for when they go to PE. So you can wear leggings as long as you have a shirt or a top that falls below your fingertips. It has to cover. Yoga pants are definitely a no. Tops, they have to cover the midriff, cannot be exposed. And obviously following all dress codes, they have to have they have to be school appropriate. No spaghetti straps, shoulders have to be covered, nothing backless. So again, if you refer to the dress codes in the school code of conduct, you will see basically how it's all wrapped up for you.
Thank you. And before we switch that presentation, I'm reading one question that says, why are there so many principals? There isn't. There's one main principal, that's Mr. Iben, and they're the 3 assistant principals. We each have our own grade level. It just makes life a lot easier for all of us when I just have to focus on 6th grade and Ms. Patton has to only focus on 8th grade. It doesn't mean that we can't talk to the other grade levels. If I see a student, an 8th grader, I have every ability to say, hey, hurry up and get to class and don't be late. So keep that in mind. We are all here for your betterment. We're here so that you can excel as a student as you keep transitioning through the public school system. So again, thank you all, and we really look forward to seeing you. Email us. I know I've already received a couple emails today. I was able to answer them right away. We do the best we can. So I'm going to try this presentation. I hope it kicks. And Miss Patton again, excuse me, Miss Simmons, only Miss Simmons. Let me know when the video audio goes. The rest of you, you can stick around for this. It's about 18 and a half minutes long. If you want to sit through that, if you don't, you can just go right to those links and click on those. So let us begin. It's this one right here. Oh, please, everybody, keep your fingers crossed.
No volume, Balsamas. Is there supposed to be volume?
Yeah, there's music
It's-
playing right now, and obviously, and I did hit the little tab saying share audio, but I did get an error message.
It's so odd because it worked before.
I know. All right.
But it will
Instead of
post
playing a
it.
video of just pictures, because they're gonna be talking also. That will be up and running tomorrow also. She did put a lot of time into it, and I am saddened that didn't work.
They'll
Again,
go to it.
yeah. Okay. Parents, thank you. Enjoy the remainder of your 5th grade school year. Students, we enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you shortly.
Bye, everyone.
Don't forget, go visit our website and click on the links so that you
And-
can.
We're gonna compile all the questions and we'll create that what would you call it? Q&A.
FAQs.
Yeah.
FAQs.
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 And we'll put that on the website as
Yes.
well.
You can wear sweatshirts and jackets, just no hoods covering when you're wearing a sweatshirt.
And if you wear leggings, make sure the shirt goes, like when you stand up, you have to feel the shirt under your fingertips. Like you can't feel the leggings. You got to feel the t-shirt.
The correct terminology is mid-thigh in length.
Mid-thigh in length.
Pants and skirts must be mid-thigh in length. Doesn't matter the length of your arms, mid-thigh in length.
Okay. I thought it was the fingertip.
No,
Are we not
that's
doing
not-
that anymore?
Well, that's typically mid-thigh,
No,
but
that-
in the
that
student
hasn't been in the code of
it
conduct for 20
specifically
years.
states.
Okay, sorry everyone. No,
Mid-thigh
no
and
finger
length.
pin.
Mid-thigh and length. As you can tell, we really work well together. So thank you.
Bye everyone.
Yeah, thank you, parents. I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to see you all. Bye. Avery, Gill. Kaylee, I see you. Yay. Thank you. Bye, girls.
Mr. Balsamis, you can probably go ahead and stop recording now.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Bye everyone. Bye.
Thank you for showing us. Just bring them back. I want to see them again.